Welcome back, everybody. We got ourselves another episode of the Educational Smurf. Today we've got about a 5K average on the Radiant team, and I will be on the Dire team where my 4 teammates are averaged 4,700, giving me a slight disadvantage, but it is on the 7.33C patch. So what that means is I want to try a hero that got buffed in the carry role that was already played by Tundra Skeeter in part of their run at winning TI 11. So in the patch, he got buffed to be given 5 extra move speed and 0.1 less base attack time. So I think this hero is going to be quite a menace in the carry role, and that is why I have picked him. One thing I love about DK, or actually I love a lot of things about DK. He's not the most exciting hero. Let's just preface the video with that. But he can teach us so many fundamentals of playing carry while also kind of giving you some training wheels. So I actually think this is a great video, not only for carry players, because I do think that DK is probably going to be pretty strong in this patch, but it's also a great carry for non-carry players that are stuck playing carry in their role queue or whatever, or trying to learn carry to play, because he's got nice regen in lane, he's got nice base damage, he's high movement speed. Once he hits level 12, he has natural splash on his ultimate, which means he has built-in farm mechanic. So he's got everything. So we're going to talk about the build as we go along the game. This is a very common build for DK, so don't think I'm being some innovator. This is your go-to carry build for DK, and we're going to be pretty much sticking to it. So we start the game with some stats. Already sitting at 65 base damage on top of a Quelling Blade. So we're going to go Bracer, Treads, into Midas, into Manta, into Ags. And then from there, it's going to be a little bit more versatility. We're not sure exactly where we're going to go from there. But the reason why you go this build is the Midas, DK doesn't have much to do other than pressure tier 1 towers. As a carry, you need to be able to scale. And the way you farm is by actually getting level 12. So Midas is really nice for the early game experience. And DK gladly uses 40 attack speed at every stage of the game. Manta is because his illusions benefit from his splash as well as his damage over time, and they do damage to buildings. And then Ags just makes you super tanky, and overall just makes your ultimate that much more powerful. So we're going to join a little level 1 kill here. And a level stun. Usually you level stun on DK. Super cheap mana cost. Easy way to secure CS in lane by stunning the opponent. If you ever find yourself in a skirmish level 1 like you saw here, you can just do this, where you walk to the bottom twin gate rather than TPing top or anything like that. Notice this is taken. We don't really care. Oracle like cancels our TP or something. That'd be pretty annoying, but we should beat a lane. Maybe a tad late, but it's going to be fine. Ideally, we wouldn't get here 1 CS late, but we were taking part in a kill, and we didn't want to use our TP, so here we are. Gonna go and fly our Bracer out, shift queuing our courier from there so that it doesn't get sniped. Pump faking CS. DK is a great hero to practice pump faking CS on, as there's not much else to do on him. So we use our stun to secure the creep. Then we back off, looking to deny range. Since Mag has Empower, we're not afraid of him sniping it, so we just hit it twice. Lion's kind of griefing our lane equilibrium here. We want to get our own range creep killed off again. Actually, it's in tower range, so we don't want to do that. There's some shit going on up here. I'm gonna actually hit him here, because he's trying to deny us. That's what I like so much about DK. Our Lion's really griefing our lane equilibrium here. Not much you can do about it. It's okay. Gonna bring this creep up here, so we don't miss the lane. We don't actually want the lane to sit back at our tower, because otherwise we're gonna miss XP. This guy's out of position, so we're gonna stun him. And hit him a bunch. Turn around and get the creep. Oh, we missed. And now we take armor for some basic regen. Now we're chilling in lane. And a kill. Nice. Should be okay. Defensive aggro a bit, because we're low. Block our creeps. Gonna buy the Glove of Haste plus some tangos. Make sure we stay sustained in lane. Make sure our courier stays at base. Gonna not go for that range because we're like half HP. We don't want to get gone on. We're gonna purposely aggro here so that he doesn't finish off the creep. We fucked up a little bit there because Visage took the CS. But that little aggro cutesiness is really good. Something you can do. So we could drop our items for the support to pick up, but we're not going to expect that in a pub for you guys, so I'm not going to do it either. I'm going to go ahead and buy the stick as well. Really good man item. And this guy's also spamming Empower, so it's kind of like reactionary. This guy's casting a lot of spells. We'll go ahead and buy a stick. We're 1v2, so a lot of defensive creep aggro. Trying to make sure we're in range of XP for that range creep. Going to take a second point in our armor. They missed that. Very good. Gonna keep these creeps outside of tower range so that we can draw aggro to our range. Gonna miss one creep for it, but it was worth it if our range creep dies. If our range creep dies. Nice, it's below half. Okay, they had to cast a spell for it, and now we can stun him because they used all their spells. A lot of good trade there. We're going to hit the creep way forward a little bit. Just protecting our line a little bit there. Got a lot of enemy creeps, so we're trying to hit them right now. The Glove of Haste is nice on DK because his attack animation is just turned... It just drastically improves his attack animation. So we're able to get a lot more CS and deny simply because we attack faster, really. So we're trying to make sure these creeps don't get randomly denied. Okay, now the lane's back to equal, so we don't have to keep hitting anymore. Keeping an eye out for our lion here. I feel no pressure to hit this mag if he's not hitting creeps. So if he's casting spells for every single last hit that he gets, then we're all good. Oh, I should have helped our lion at the thing. Gonna help him now. He's going out of position, but... Just gonna hit them as much as possible here, since they're busy using spells on my lion. Gonna just take the trade. Whenever you have bracer plus stick, you drop your bracer and use the stick for extra value. Ah, the Grape Shield attack speed kind of fucked me up there. We're being chilling. One thing that's nice about DK is it doesn't really matter if your support dies, you're chilling. Most lanes are pretty chill for you. A little bit of training wheel action. He's really low, so we can just walk at him aggressively as long as we're not missing CS. So notice how we kind of time our walking where we're not missing CS. Same thing here. Oops, I did not mean to click the mag there, so I drew aggro. I did not mean to do that. Okay, tried to get the deny, but he used his nuke. Drag aggro to range, but then I'm gonna follow the mag here. Just hit him because there's nothing wrong with it, or there's nothing that could go wrong. Get skewered on purpose so I can hit him. So we're gonna go Midas plus wand. Fortunately, the catapult lowered our creep. Oh, he's pinging the Lotus. I really don't want to miss creeps, to be honest. I never know the right balance there. I probably should get the Lotus coming over. Just making sure I protect him. I don't want to miss these creeps, see? So because I don't want to miss creeps, I don't want to help my lion. So helping your supports, you ideally want to basically judge how much you're helping them compared to how many CS you're going to miss. So I may like have to help my support. It's worth saving his life for sure, but if I don't think he's in super danger, I'll just walk over kind of thing rather than force a fight. If I'm gonna miss CS. Okay, my offlaner is dominating. So that's gonna make things a bit easier. Lion should definitely be pulling, but he didn't unblock our small camp. I'm not gonna try to coach him in the middle of the game. I mean, if we had an unblocked small camp, I'd tell him to pull, but I'm not gonna tell him unblock small camp so that we can pull when it's 7 minutes in. If he didn't do it already, he's probably not gonna do it. If I was a hero that could jungle, I would consider jungling since my lion's just sitting here, but I'm not, so. Gonna help my lion. Because I'm not missing creeps. But now I'm gonna go back. See how this catapult held the creeps? That means I'm not missing them. That means I have extra time. Notice I didn't miss any creeps there, and that's why I was willing to help. Could have honestly maybe chased for that kill. Just gonna look and see what's going on here. So we're gonna start pressuring this tower a little bit. We don't actually want our catapult to die, because we are a hero that can pressure tower. My teammates are not supposed to be making it easy. They're supposed to be lower MMR than the opponent. So now we gotta ramp up the pressure, but be careful of the heroes that are respawning, like, 4-man ganking us. So we're just gonna walk past the tower, making sure our damage over time spell stays on it. Just zoning the mag away from the XP that's dying over here. We can tank a little bit of tower on DK. We don't know where the supports are yet, so we gotta be a bit careful, making sure this next creep wave gets into tower range so our catapult doesn't die. Keeping the damage over time on the tower. Absolutely essential as DK. Should be able to take this tower. And they denied it, but it's okay.
Every educational Smurf game that I play on this channel is a lobby of volunteers from the BSJ community that are allowing themselves to be smurfed on for your own educational purposes. If you guys would like to take part in these lobbies, make sure to join the Discord link below. And if you'd like a guaranteed spot, make sure you sign up at patreon.com/bsjgaming for the starters or deluxe package.
Up, Oracle's ganking me. This is what I get for my overconfidence. A little bit overconfidence. Took the tower, though. I was, like, talking about the support that entire time, and then I'm like, he's not coming. But he went bottom and then went through the portal. So maybe he did that later. Maybe he thought it's better to flank me. Either way, we bought out. We got our Midas. We go for Manta now. Our Midas is to accelerate our level 12. We still can't really jungle that well, so we're going to go back to lane. It's funny that we're absolutely free farming, but we're the same level as the opponent because our Lion soaked way too much XP unnecessarily. We're going to get a neutral item off this Midas, though, which is nice. Always take Occult Bracelet on any hero that doesn't have unlimited mana. So now we start maxing out our Q once the laning stage is kind of over, because our Q is our farming tool. As many points as you need in E to survive the lane, and then you start maxing out your Q. Since we have Occult Bracelet, we're perfectly happy to spam more Qs than we normally would. Purposely tanking the creeps, scouting out a little bit. TK is level 7. So we're just going to do a little bit of pressure here, because he's got no tower. So we're just going to take a good trade. Nothing else to use our ult on. Is mid lane low? We can go pressure mid as well. So by bullying the mag like this, we make it less likely to help his team when we go mid like this. So now we walk towards mid because we pushed out the lane. We used our ultimate. Looks like 2 enemies are dead. We should be pretty strong to pressure here. We're going to forward our catapult, actually, to keep it alive. We're just keeping our catapult alive. This is just pressure. Nothing serious. This is nice you can do on DK. Just walking to towers. You're pretty fast. The patch buffed us, so... Yep, nice little thing to do. Just get in the tower. And backing off now that our ult's not up anymore. No need to fight them. Midas is up as well. Just checking out what's going on the map now that we're just jungling. Gonna actually help our Ember at the rune because we're already here. And it's bottom. Some Echo Slam action going on down there. Oh, unfortunate camps. We don't really farm golems very fast. We're just making our way back towards top because this guy's pushing it in. That's why we're going back here. And we don't want to miss the creep wave under tower for a couple small golems. So we're going to walk there. We don't have time to get the Watcher without missing creeps. So we're not going to do that either. Just make this guy drop his birds. Okay, or resummon. That works too. And once our ult's up again, we'll feel very comfortable moving around the map. Don't need to fly ourselves clarities because we have Occult Bracelet. Body block the creep wave as we farm a bit safer. We see a bunch of heroes bottom, but nobody on their team reacting, so we're going to be a bit careful. I don't know where they are. Okay, we see Visage now. That means they probably have more heroes bottom. Usually they react with a lot or 0, so they reacted with Visage, which means they probably reacted with more. Make sure this guy doesn't get this camp. Now we see a bunch of heroes on the map now. We're gonna walk to lane. Just harassing this guy because all of his team's bottom and we're level 9 and he's level 6. And we back off now because we don't want to go near their tower when we're by ourselves. Really no reason to pop ulti here unless we take a fight. When you see a offlaner that's farming like this, you can always just pull this camp. Since I'm not going to finish another camp in this minute anyways, the option was to stack this camp and not pull, or to pull and not get the stack. So we're costing ourselves a small camp, but the wave is going to be near our tower now rather than near his tower. So instead of him feeling safe to farm it, we are going to feel super safe to farm it. So we're giving up a pull to effectively swap 2 creep waves, right? Like, I get a creep wave instead of him, so that's pretty good. Pretty much always take the damage talent on carry DK. 15 damage is a lot when you're attacking a lot, which I am. Really just trying to get that level 12 timing as soon as possible. That's when the farm fest begins. I mean, we're already farm festing, but the fast farm fest. Oh, that's already gone because we didn't farm it earlier. GG. We're gonna wait for this creep. We just saw Mag running towards top, so we don't want to farm that creep wave alone. We're gonna back off. We have time to take a watcher now. If I can get this stack off. Nice, we did. I don't want to take this wave because I just saw a bunch of heroes go off map towards that direction, so. We're going to kind of migrate away from top until we have information. Otherwise, we just might randomly feed. There's no guarantee, but I haven't seen them in a while, and I last saw them in their triangle, so they're probably in this area. So the main thing as a carry is don't feed. So we see 2 of them mid now, so we feel pretty confident to walk back top. I could even join that fight, but it is a bit strange, to be honest, because there's a wave up here, and I don't need to be at the fight. If the game was closer, I might lean towards going to the fight, but this is type of decisions that do matter based on, like, what the kill score is and which team is, like, in more... has, like, a higher sense of urgency sort of deal. Oh, our teammate's going on somebody here. My team's making it a little too easy here. But I would do this at any game that I was winning, so apply ourselves a clarity now, because we are running a bit low on mana. Let's just check our team's items. We got a Maelstrom, some Greaves. I'm going to TP to this wave down here. Have the courier meet us here. We really need to join the fight top. We can go back through the twin portal. I hope my team starts losing these fights so that the game can be a bit more interesting. Go ahead and start farming now with our ult. And head towards the fight. I'm not gonna, like, purposely grief. And a little cleanup crew from the carry. It's pretty standard stuff. So we can send our illusions. We're going to hotkey them because we don't have them hotkeyed. And you send them to creep waves. And they farm them. They finish the whole wave. That's why DK Manta is really nice. We're going to make sure we get this stack off. Probably lifesteal, actually. Night vision's kind of nice. So we're gonna go buy the Ags. Without our ult, we're kind of useless, so We're just gonna ping our ult, and we can look to join the fight. We're definitely not, like, gonna AFK farm as DK. We're gonna send Manta Illusions at this wave. They'll still clear the wave, just, you know, not 2 waves. So our team wants to take mid. We're looking at the fight because our ultimate's coming up. I don't have any vision, so we're a bit, like, hesitant to go to this. This looks bad. I'm gonna back. I mean, I'm gonna clear this wave, and if my team keeps going... Okay. Nice. Looked a bit sus, so we, you know, we approached it cautiously. So we're gonna leave our Manta behind in order to clear the waves. We're gonna send one top as well. I'm gonna play around Rune because we can. Illusions are kind of giving us some information. Our Ember is looking like he's ready for the runes, so... Get up the Ags. Yeah, DK Illusions without the Elder Dragon form are pretty garbage. Our support wants to take that. I'm okay with that. Got really nothing better to do. We're not, like, really being efficient without our ulti anyway. Pretty slow, though. We're gonna TP top here. I definitely can feel the attack speed difference, so we want to make sure we don't randomly feed. So we're gonna send our illusions down the lane. Making sure we're not, like, lying here. Make sure we buy ourselves some clarities and a TP. Get a Midas that. Make sure we send our next Manta to top, because the opponent brought a bunch of heroes top. So we just took an objective, and we were also not really pushing lanes for a bit, because we didn't have our ult. So we're, like, fixing the map right now, is what I call this. Just fixing the map. What I mean by that is getting the lanes out, basically. So now, both top and mid are out. Bottom's also out, because our teammate's pushing it. So now we look to connect to our team. But we don't have ultimate anymore, so we're kind of chilling. Our team's zoning. So usually, if you're having a really good game, you just go Octarine Core from here, because it makes your ult, like, almost perma uptime. If I'm having a closer game, I might go, like, AC or Silver Edge, you know, like a damage item or a tankiness item, but Octarine's the best item, to be honest. Lowers your cooldown of your Midas, your stun, your ult. So you can send your illusions on people, canceling their blinks, lowering their movement speed, doing damage over time. Look at how slow the supports are. That's part of the reason this build is so nice, but sadly, you're not really getting to see the power of it since we're just winning. I had insurance on that whole time. It had been a little while since our team made the game easy. So we'll take it, I guess. The goal of, like, winning MMR is to never lose these kind of games. Like, these kind of games may look free to you guys, but it's also, like, very throwable if we, like, overextend one time sort of deal. So I do want you to know that, like, there is stuff to learn from these sort of games. Because if you're supposed to lose this game 5% of the time and you're losing 9% of them, you're effectively losing MMR in these type of situations, right? Because sometimes your team will make it easier than it has to be, you know? We're going to go ahead and send that there. We're going to send one mid. Going to send this one down the lane. I want to finish my Octarine Core, so I'm doing this before we hit Roche, even if we're going to run out of time. Make sure this hits the wave. A little bit of bad micro there. There's going to be some Pitus action, sadly. But we can TP out after. I'm a transformation hero, so there's really no point in having 2 lives. We're going to TP out. So your illusions will lose your ult form when you do, sadly. So it's not like because I summoned them when I was ulted, they'll stay ulted for longer. But they should be enough to clear that creep wave. So we're just connecting to our team in these type of circumstances. You use your Manta to push out the mid wave. Notice how we just kind of connected to where our team went. If our team stayed bottom, I would have done this instead. But they all TP top or went through the twin gates, so go ahead and take the time to sell our items because we got nothing better to do. That's a big thing that you don't need to worry about. Don't worry about selling your items until the right moment, unless you're like desperately trying to hit a timing because you need that extra 200 gold. Looks like our Ember's getting gone a little bit, but he's fine. No need to overreact. Since our ultimate's almost perm uptime, we do have free pathing with this. Our illusions get all the benefits, as you see. So the illusions are pretty fucking broken. We can send them to scout. We can actually just hit the CK with them. So he's really fucking slow. Watching out for the mag. I'm gonna run our illusions at these two. That's the nice part about the Octarine. Your like Manta is permanently up pretty much. Your ulti's almost like it's like a 15-second cooldown or downtime instead of a 40 seconds. So the Octarine feels really nice. I mean, at this point, you kind of have to go whatever the game needs. We're so far ahead, it doesn't really matter this game. But like I said, it's like Silver Edge. It can be Strength Blink if your team needs initiation. I could have gone Blink earlier if we needed initiation. Could have been BKB. But honestly, like with DK, you don't generally want to go BKB if you don't have to early game, because you can just use the Manta plus Ags to be super survivable. So we're just zoning them for the sake of our Blink Daggers getting canceled. Or like we're canceling their Blink Daggers. That was why I was using the illusions like that. Since they apply a DOT, they're super good for canceling blinks. Making sure we don't get hit by AoE ultimates. Sending the illusions at towers because they get the full benefit of the damage over time to towers. We got another Titus. I respect that they're playing it till the bitter end. Make sure we use our Midas. Nice, we used it. Gonna send one illusion in to make sure it cancels blinks. And they have to cast spells on it. Make sure we don't get hit by RP. Nice. We'll go ahead and be objective gamers and be merciful. So our team definitely made that one a bit too easy in regards to the way I view these games is a lot of people when they're watching streams will be like, you got absolutely carried. But a lot of the time as a carry, your job is to be the reliable late game guy. So like a lot of those times where I was talking about my movements and how I was connecting to my team and I was avoiding specific areas because my team wasn't there or I didn't have the information to know exactly where the opponent went. Those are moments in the game that are hard to see during these educational Smurf lobbies because nothing happens. And it's hard to see these things in an actual game where you're watching a pro match because nothing happens. And what I mean by nothing happens is I'm not in the area that would potentially put me in danger. I'm kind of monitoring where the opponent last showed. I'm kind of guessing like they could be here, they could be there. So I'm not going to go to either of those spots so that while my team is dominating, I'm not dying, right? So those are the situations where a lot of you may be all too familiar with. You're owning, you're the mid, you're the offlaner, you're one of the two supports, you get 3 kills, and meanwhile your carry's dead in the top lane. So I do want to emphasize to you guys how important it is that despite my team was owning, despite when your team is owning, that you play good, clean, carried Dota in order to be the 100% secured game-winning farmed hero at, minute 30 plus. In this case, we were almost 6 slotted at 28 minutes because the game was kind of a stomp. But if the game has to go a bit later, then it's on you in case the Ember or the Death Prophet dies once or twice. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time.